welcome back to £3 and a Clean Sheet. This is episode 61. How are you, Kyle? Start off with you. Did you have a good New Year, son?
Too good a New Year, some might say. A few too many G2Os. So.
Yes, I did hear that. No, I'm joking. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was a bit tender from our day watching the football, but I'll come to that in a minute. Greg, how was your New Year's, first of all?
Oh, it was all right.
Good. Good. Yes, so over the New Year, just before the New Year, actually, we were at the Fitba. We congregated at mine, we all came round to mine and watched Rangers get beat, as people know the score, but we'll come on to that in more detail soon. And then we watched the big derby, Queen of the South versus Annan. A great result for the Palmerston boys. What
Same
did you think?
scoreline.
Yeah, what did you think of it, Kyle?
I thought it was a really, really. It was a good derby. Really, really good derby, I would say. Heated. Red cards, good tackles, goals.
Plenty
Yes.
yellow cards.
What do you
Yeah.
want?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the scoreline. I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much if we didn't win, but it was good. Notable, I've never seen Kyle move so quick. Well, maybe to the bar, but I've never seen Kyle move so quick when the first goal went in.
What do you mean to the bar? He usually sits there and lets you buy one for him.
Yeah, true, actually. Good point. I'll take my criticism of my jokes. It wasn't factually correct. No, to have you over the barrier shouting abuse at Annan players, it was a great sight. It warmed my heart.
Was Craig McGuffey producing his inner Anton Dubek.
It was the best.
6 players he took on.
6, but I think one of them was the same player twice.
Makes it even better, I think.
It does. It's the best individual goal I've seen live.
Oh, the best goal I've seen live.
I've seen quite a few good ones, and it's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Obviously,
that needed to come because we were behind and not doing very much.
It was a decent finish from Maiden Smith, to give him his credit. Like he took it well.
Good. If you ask the Sun, it was a well worked free kick. So it was good to know they weren't watching the game. Their usual level of accuracy.
Another flashpoint with Kyle noted was the red card. Former player Thomas Goss getting sent off. A favourite of a fan, and well, he's been on the podcast. Ash McCutcheon, his favourite player.
Yes. Getting stuck into a tackle on Derby Day, shall we say? I mean, he got 2 bookings. I don't think the first booking was for dissent for something that definitely wasn't a penalty. Having watched it back, I'm even more convinced it wasn't a penalty. In fact, even the Annan manager, even in the interview, the Annan manager said it wasn't a penalty. I think he said we'd be clutching at straws for wanting that. And he got booked for his protests and then committed a tackle that was worth about 9 red cards.
The wee Annan boys on Twitter, or sorry, X and TikTok, making their feelings known about the penalty, calling out the standard of refereeing in Scotland. That also made me laugh.
Well, they were wrong.
Classic Annan.
Always cheating. And then obviously, big Gav, Super Gav with the winner, as always.
Which happened before.
Tidy finish.
Yellow cards, but yes, lovely finish.
Yeah.
Lovely cutback, the ass is on.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what we got up to. So which meant I was a bit rough on Hogmanay, so my bevies were minimised due to that. But you know what, good day out as always. But
it's not deterred Kyle. It's not deterred Kyle.
No, I'm behaving myself. He's not at work in the morning.
I know, we are.
I know.
I've just finished.
I never said you didn't. You can do what you want. You're a big boy.
Is that a fact joke?
No. I would never call out insecurities. Hey, right, so let's move on.
That's a yellow card for that, Robert. I'm one of those and you'll be off.
All right, okay, well, I better watch what I'm saying. You might send me off. Obviously, I know it's not football related, but you've all seen the darts. What are we thinking? Luke Littler obviously falling short in the final, but it's quite sensational to be 16-year-old debut season. Well, debut tournament rather than season. I'm going football terms, but you know what I mean. Did well. He was unlucky. I know Greg was happy about it, but that's just because he's anti-English.
Well, they were both English. Yeah.
No, but no, young Englishmen doing well was what I meant more.
I'm against any English person doing well. I enjoy the fact that it got hyped up in the media for them to fail. I find it quite funny.
It was overhyped, but it's still a shame of the poor boy.
Yeah. Well, he made a good effort, and it's not like he was just absolutely blitzing the final. Like he did well. However, I know you think this is a football podcast, why we're talking about darts, but I thought it would be quite interesting to look, and if the dart was on the other boot or shoe or foot or whatever the analogy could be for this.
Don't put any
hand.
darts on your foot. Three Pints and a clean sheet objects to. We do not condone any dart to body contact.
Just your hand.
3 pints and 182. Sorry.
Right, that's another yellow card. Off you go.
Oh,
Into the cut room on your own.
Ooh.
It's a shame I'm not editing it this week. It's a shame Robert's editing this week. Otherwise, I'd just put a cover over him for the rest of the episode.
No, I'm staying on the pitch. Take them with you. Anyway, I was thinking, what's it like? Will you get young footballers breaking through? Notably, I think me and Greg discussed Bellingham of recent years. It makes me think back to kind of Rooney breaking through when he was 16. And what I was thinking about is the media. Me and Greg also talked about this. How do you think the media impacts young sportsmen?
I mean, Bellingham did the best thing that he could have done, which is sawed off from the English media, because the English media, as soon as you do anything, are all over you.
Yeah,
like it's quite horrible. It's quite horrible actually to see that that's how they operate, but they are.
Makes me. I always think of Rooney when obviously breaking through at 16 at Everton, but I don't think he got the same kind of.
Wasn't a thing back then, media. Really.
No, but if you think back, maybe not as young, but if you think back to Beckham, the media attention he got, I think Rooney kind of got let off lightly. But obviously that kind of, if you watch the documentary, actually Beckham is very good, and it kind of
depends on your granny's opinion of that.
Yeah.
Well, I also don't condone giving David Beckham a free ride. That documentary promoted him when actually we should have been calling him out for supporting Qatar. So.
Enough human rights stuff.
No, it's not.
I did think
There's never enough human rights. You can never have enough human rights.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
So, what do you think? Is there an equivalent? Obviously, because Littlers went in and got to the World Championship finals. Do you think there's been a young footballers maybe made the same impact? Bellingham kind of strikes. I know obviously if they made the Champions League final this year, that would be. But obviously, it's a team sport, so it's a bit different.
He's also 20-odd-year-old, so he's older and he's been in for a while, I guess.
He is, but he's had that attention on him. I think Bellingham leaving the country gave him a much better platform to develop. The ones that struck out to me, again going back a bit, were like Walcott, Dele Alli. Both had a lot of media pressure and attention on them. I don't think it helped their development. And as much as people can say people succeeded at club level, ultimately the pressure put on by the media for the international level for a lot of young English footballers hasn't helped them blossom. You know, there's the whole Lampard and Gerrard could never work together narrative. It's not a good environment for young sports people to blossom in, and I am delighted by that. Don't change English media. Don't change. Continue to produce failures. It's great.
I was going to say it's more tabloids rather than actual news outlets.
Yeah, but tabloids are
same thing, but
like tabloids are basically the same folk who are claiming lots of things about Newcastle United players, which I won't repeat on Twitter. Like, they just make up any old shit and print it.
Anything for a view or a click or whatever they want.
The old clickbait. It's true. They do. They'll put anything.
I don't know if you guys have seen any of those. I can't tell you what they are on the podcast, but I can tell you afterwards.
There was a few wee bits and bobs I've seen, but I don't know if I've seen the main bit. I heard there was quite a uproar, so maybe I haven't seen that bit.
Yes, there's a handful of rumours about Newcastle United players which are just ridiculous.
But yeah, it kind of proves the point of the media spreading fake news.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a toxic environment, and I just thought it's interesting actually, because it's kind of the same for footballers. I just hope that Littler kind of manages to step aside or has someone at his side who'll maybe help him steer away from all that media attention, but which will be difficult.
Focus on the darts.
Yes.
Didn't look at bothered, to be fair. So not yet anyway.
Not yet, but you feel it's going to get ramped up more and more.
Oh, he went pure robotic on mine. I don't know about Kyle.
Yeah, I am Greg Barton.
Hate that.
I hate Everton.
forward.
Where's the kick button?
Sorry. Right, another topic. We'll move on.
We'll move on to
AFCON.
Robert's. Oh no, we're not moving on to Robert's tiers.
Oh,
We're doing
sorry,
Robert's tiers
sorry.
last.
I've completely muddled up the.
Nope, you deliberately decided you didn't want to talk about the Old Firm. We know exactly what you were
No,
doing.
and I think you'll find I scrolled too far down. I've already mentioned that we lost, so don't start on me. We'll talk about AFCON, then we'll come back.
Fine.
I hope Fashion Sakala wins.
Do you? I don't think Zambia are gonna win. Not gonna lie.
That's a shambles. Who's their manager again? You told me and I forgot.
Avram Grant.
That's the one.
Formerly of Portsmouth and Chelsea, good friend of Roman Abramovich.
I might stick a few pounds on.
Zambia are 66-1 to win.
Yes, saw that. Obviously, Guinea-Bissau being bottom of that of the odds list at 200 to 1. Actually, to be fair, there's quite a few.
Guinea-Bissau, Mozambique, and Mauritania, and Gambia, and Namibia, and Angola.
And then it just jumps to Tanzania on 100 to 1 with Cape Verde. Oh, and
Tanzania
Guinea.
Tanzania with Roberto Nditi.
Yes.
Forfar.
We were talking about that the other day. You don't think it's mental that Forfar have lost a player to an international competition? I think it is.
I know, and you've put them in the predictions this week, so you're going to have to counter for that.
Well, maybe I did it on purpose. Or maybe maybe I forgot, it's just a coincidence. And I just thought
I'm looking at these
Forfar.
I'm looking at these players like that, those teams at the bottom, and wondering, like, I assume most of their squad isn't domestic. It maybe is. This is probably me saying that I don't know. But where do their players play?
Is Guinea-Bissau not where Sessegnon once hailed from?
Very possibly. I'm looking at there's someone from Bolton in the Guinea-Bissau team. There's someone from Metz, Midtjylland, Almeria, Cyprus, Portuguese second tier. Oh, there's Mama Balde from Lyon, who's on loan from Troyes in a weird. There's basically a group of people who aren't particularly amazing.
It's about teamwork. It's a team game.
Yeah, yes. I say amazing. They're people they might be really good. I would say the Mozambique team actually has a lot of people who are domestically based. There's a lot of Portuguese people, as you'd expect, but lots of them are Portuguese based, which makes sense.
It kind of drops quite significantly down to 66 to 1 from Zambia, and then it's also Guinea as well on 66 to 1. Burkina Faso.
Should we say former winners Zambia? Faso. 2012. I remember watching that. That was the first AFCON I think I ever watched. That it was fantastic. It was just mental.
I don't think I've watched a few here and there. I've never really watched the finals. I'm going to make a point.
I watched one in 2013. I think it was.
2013, Nigeria, make a point of watching Burkina Faso.
South Africa 40 to 1. I thought they were better.
So did I.
Thought they were better than that. Just think back to 2010, but I suppose.
But they never even qualified themselves. They qualified automatically.
I know, but they showed good spirit, and I like that.
They showed good spirit by doing nothing to qualify apart from bribing FIFA and paying a ton of money.
So Morocco are favourites.
Yes. I mean, unsurprisingly, they are World Cup semi-finalists.
Third place, I believe it was. Yeah, third. Well, the third.
I couldn't remember who won the third. I don't care about the third place playoff. It's meaningless. They were semi-finalists.
It doesn't count because Greg doesn't care about it.
Why would you care about being third place? You lost in the semi-finals. That's fine.
I won my sweepstake with that. I didn't get the money, but I won.
Did you?
Yes.
Notably, Mo Salah's Egypt 8 to 1. Sorry.
Yes, unsurprisingly, Egypt 8 to 1.
I would fancy Senegal defending champions. But...
I love how we picked Africa. Yeah, Senegal defend the champions. You've got people like Mendy,
Mane
from Everton, Kouyaté, Mane,
Koulibaly,
Abdallah Sima.
My man Joey Rebo got called up for Nigeria.
I
enjoy it. It's quite accessible, given that Africa is kind of same longitude as the word I'm looking for as Britain. The games are quite accessible, so we're the Asia Cup is on at the same time, but I'm probably not going to be watching that on the basis that the Asian Cup tends to be not as televised, not as highly thought of. You know, in my head, it goes kind of Euros, Copa America, AFCON, everything else.
World Cup.
I
I mean,
believe
the Gold Cup and the Asian Cup are on par. They're nowhere near the standard of AFCON. AFCON's like just genuinely. I love AFCON because it's mental. There's some referees bound to get attacked after making a definitely corrupt decision at some point.
It was the last time when they blew it like 5 minutes early.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Was that a qualifier? Or was that actually an AFCON?
That was actually AFCON.
there was was there not laser pens at Mo Salah taking a penalty in the qualifier as well?
World Cup. There was someone else last time. It was the Comoros keeper who got COVID, so they had to put a left back goal, which is 5'9". I think he's exceeded twice.
Yeah,
Well done. Well done.
it'll be a good laugh. We'll keep you posted on how AFCON's going. It'd be nice to see someone who isn't one of the three favourites win it. Be nice to see someone outside the Senegal, Egypt, Morocco trio.
You see
Algeria
that?
also tipped to do quite well.
It was Egypt, their fifth favourite, so
Their fifth favourite.
Yeah.
Ivory Coast, Algeria. Sorry, my phone's cracked. Senegal and Morocco.
That's interesting to hear because Egypt obviously won it 7 times, more than anyone else.
I might put a wee pound or two on if I was a betting man.
You are. You can.
My outside tip is DR Congo.
Why DR Congo?
I said so.
I wished. Well, I might be wrong here, but I believe was it Bilal Mosnet played for Tunisia.
Yes.
Wish he was still on the team.
Oogie Boogie Bouguera for Algeria.
Yes, I missed that man. So
What about Fashion Sakala?
Yeah, I hope he wins. I miss him so much.
You hated him.
No, I didn't hate him. I didn't hate him. I hated that he kept missing sitters and no forms. However,
You said at one point
on
on this podcast that you would pay for him to leave Rangers.
If a Newcastle player missed that sitter in a derby match, you'd have said the exact same thing. I sometimes say things I don't mean. I'm sorry, Fashion. I'm sorry, Fashion.
Nope, you've been reminded how bad your current strikers are, and now you want him back. And on that subject, shall we talk about the Old Firm?
Yeah, it's shit. Rubbish. It wasn't very good. I thought Kel's doing the Alan McGregor, Barry Ferguson special there, so I might join him.
We'll get demonetized.
This is what I think. If we made any money from it anyway, more views. We need more views. It wasn't good enough. That's it.
Sorry.
Tav's free kick was sensational. I'll give him his credit, but yeah, shite.
Johnston's handball.
Volleyball team-esque.
That's been the big talking point, and let's clear it up. I don't care what anyone says. It's offside.
Thank you. He gave a goal kick, didn't he?
He did give a goal kick.
When? When did I ask? I don't want to hear about it. I'm joking. You're right. It's just frustrating because it was.
The way Rangers have came out and dealt with that has been absolutely shocking.
Yeah, it's a bit embarrassing.
Rangers claiming they've heard the VAR audio and everyone could agree it was a wrong decision. The SFA now having to publish a statement to say, actually, yes. I think what the SFA's statement to me read was, it's a subjective handball decision, so we accept the fact the VAR has came to the decision that they feel it wasn't a clear and obvious error, even though Rangers seem to suggest something in the meeting was said to say that that should be a clear and obvious error. And I think everyone can pretty much agree that that should be a penalisable handball. But then the referee, so there's an example, Bobby Madden shared it, of a Livingston game where a similar thing happened, where the referee was then asked to the monitor to be shown the penalty, and then after being shown the penalty, the VAR then showed them that it was offside in the build-up and the game restarted with offside. That's what should happen.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, that's shit in its own right.
The fact that he gave a goal kick, to me, is enough to suggest that it's definitely worth a look on the monitor, given that the referee doesn't think there's any touch from a Celtic player.
He's punched it, oranges and pears.
To be fair, he's put Rocky Balboa to shame with that one. He's leathered it.
To be honest, I actually think the Johnston elbow is worse.
To be fair, there was how Cal McGregor don't get me started. The amount of times he failed in that game, I'm sorry.
I never got booked until after
Exactly.
Todd Campbell got taken off.
Listen, that was a joke in itself. That's what I was more raging about, to be honest.
And the red card for Balogun.
I should probably. I think you thought at the time I would have been more raging. I think it's a red card. He last man and drags him down. I don't know what really is expected.
I would agree. It was also a stonewaller.
Yeah, it was just stupid, and I think to be honest, he was never catching him. So,
But he was never catching him. But surely, do you just let him go at that?
to be honest, though, there was I'm making it being this extreme, and obviously the circumstances are different. But I was at Ibrox on Tuesday, and Jack Butland saved a massive one-on-one with Vassell. Kind of different angles, but I mean, it's possible he could have. But then you run the risk of people shouting, "Why didn't Balogun put a foot in?" Or sorry, kind of tackle him.
But if it's 3-0, it's game over, and ultimately Rangers. The match wasn't decided by referee decisions. It was decided kind of for me in the first half. Rangers had two big chances. Dessers should have squared it. Dessers has now tried to replicate the goal. He scored against Sevilla twice. He tried it against Aberdeen and it didn't work.
Betis.
He should have squared it. Yes, sorry, Betis.
Oh, I'll get you in a lot of trouble in Spain.
Sorry, Betis.
And Sevilla.
Yeah, no, not sorry to Sevilla, because I was saying they were better than they actually are when they're actually pretty shit. He's tried to score that goal twice now. Once against Aberdeen when he should have squared it, and once against Celtic now when he really should have squared it. McCausland also had a similar chance. McCausland should have squared it across instead of going himself, but he is young and has more of an excuse, and we'll learn from that.
It was just Celtic took their chances. You can't argue with Bernardo's strike. It was some hit. You could maybe argue with the fact that Sima's clearance was a bit poor and also kind of just didn't do anything on the line. But at the end of the day, I think they probably still would have deflected in. And also Kyogo's strike was good. Kyogo has a knack of scoring good goals in Old Firms, and that's what Rangers lack.
Was it a quintessential Celtic Old Firm performance? It's the Old Firm performance you came to expect from Celtic in the past few years.
It's not as good as I thought it was going to be.
Not that good, but get a result at the end of the day.
Did what they had to do, but
stepped it up on the day, done what they had to do to get a result. Rangers, maybe is the common thread that Rangers haven't really turned up for these games.
No,
they do in the last 5 minutes when it's 70-0 and it's pointless. But
there was so much hype about Rangers, though. There was so much hype in the media that this time Rangers are going to be at it and Celtic are going to be in trouble. And Celtic have had some stumbles recently, and this is Rangers' opportunity. We did this the other week. I think we've done it 2 weeks in the trot, going, this is Rangers' chance. And they just didn't turn up. They weren't good enough.
They can't handle the hype. I mean, I think Rangers' best performance in Old Firms have been ones that really haven't been expected to win, which is annoying, maybe bar the COVID season, as I think I said last week. But then the thing is, it's this constant Old Firm cycle, though. We'll get to the next Old Firm and we'll do this is massive for Rangers. They need to win it, you know what I mean?
They do need to win it, to be fair. You can't.
But the thing is, Celtic
we need to win both of them now.
Celtic only seem to drop points again in games that they probably shouldn't. Like they seem to be able to hang on in Old Firms, which annoys me. But they also, right, I'm just going to go into it. I say it every time. I said it when we watched it. Rangers give Celtic so much space. Like, if you watch it, Celtic have such a wide positioning on the pitch. I feel like Rangers are so central. Celtic just, as soon as Rangers got the ball, bam, they're on them. That's it. Also, Celtic are very, very quick with their set pieces, and they have been like that for years. Like, I remember seeing this last season.
Callum McGregor had the freedom of Celtic Park.
Yeah, just let him roll. Stick someone on him. Stick Lundstrom on him.
Let's believe that was Cantwell's job. Cantwell was basically ordered to man Mark McGregor, and he didn't.
Yeah. Well,
not that kind of player.
Yeah, he's never going to be able to stick to that. You'd be better. The thing is, you couldn't. It's one of those.
Because McGregor sits so deep to orchestrate the play, you need someone who's capable of going that wee bit further forward to man mark him.
Yeah.
He's a really difficult player to deal with. But once again, he was one of the best players, if not the best player on that park.
Well, it comes down to the next Old Firm, innit? And we said that before the last one, and we'll say that before the one after that as well.
Next one's at Ibrox. There'll be Norway fans again. Boo.
Well,
it just makes
the last time, I'm sure, but we're not going to that. It
ruins
it. Imagine this. I mean, to be fair, 2-1, fair enough. But remember this. Imagine the scenes last year, and Tavernier whips in a very similar, probably further out free kick that they did last time. Imagine an away fan as in being in there and that goal. You know what I mean? It's killed. I think it's ruined Old Firms for quite a lot of young Rangers and Celtic supporters who haven't had the chance to go.
They both need to sort it out.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they don't want to sort it out, the SFA need to sort it out.
I've never been in a way, like I've never been on the way end it. I've never been to Parkhead, but I've been at 2 or 3 Old Firms at Ibrox, and it is honestly, I can't describe it. It's mental. I was in the club deck for the first one, and it felt the thing was shaking. It was mental. That was after the goal went in, I think, because we lost both of them, but they were both early goals, the ones I went to. I believe Candeas and then Windass scored early on in the. Anyway, I'm sidetracking. Get it sorted.
Good job, Ken.
Aye.
SFA, just tell them to stop being children. Do you know what SFA? Just introduce a rule that if they don't give, what is it, 5 or 10%, the European allocation number, if they don't give that number of tickets to every away side, then fine them.
Yes.
I've seen, I don't know how this fares, but Rangers have announced today actually that they're introducing a singing section which had been trialled in cup games. So the Union Bears have moved over to the Copeland front. They're currently positioned in BF1, which is in the Broomloan front. So if the main stands here, they were in the wee corner here, and they've been kind of pleading for years to move. So they now moved them to the middle section behind the goal. And I think that'll probably cause hoo-ha. Obviously, season ticket holders being moved. However, they're adding more seats. However, does that then kind of give more leeway for having the Celtic fans back in that stand? However, on the same foot, they're not going to get the whole Brim one again. I doubt it.
Because they used to get the whole stand. This is the argument. The argument is, if Rangers and Celtic have to give bigger away capacities, then they'll have less season ticket holders. Tough shit. I don't care about the revenue of your club. If you could sell more season tickets, add more seats, that's a you problem. Every other league in the world seems to not have this issue. Why is it only you two? I feel that's the answer to every question in Scottish football. We want league expansion. Why is it only you two who don't seem to like the idea of it? Just do something else or sort off to England.
Well, the SFAs need to put their foot down with it, to be honest.
But the problem is the governance structure. The governance structure, I could be wrong, but on many decisions, you need unanimity in the Premiership. And if Celtic and our Rangers don't like it, they veto it.
Oh, no, I meant the seating allocation situation.
Yeah, but I think that's similar.
All right. What do you think? Comment down below.
Yes, for Instagram or whatever.
And if you think they should sod off to England, watch the Football Manager video, because we did that with them and a ton of other Scottish teams.
Yeah, and he put a lot of effort into that, so watch it, or watch it again if you've already watched it. I've watched it 3. Yeah, I've watched it 3 times.
I don't know why you've done that, because Rangers don't do very well.
Yeah, I closed my eyes at that bit.
Hope to do better next time.
Yeah. Well, that was good. Right, we're moving on. It's time for the game. Hey, as usual, I'm back on the game. I'm not very good at them, so I have made it. It's another transfer game. For those who haven't witnessed the transfer game, any new viewers, for those who've seen it before, too bad. The rules are as follows. We give clues, so there will be a head-to-head. Each player has an opportunity to give a guess after each clue. First of all, it's the year and the fee. Then it is the position, then it is the nationality, then it is the team they left, and then it's the team they joined. And the points correspond with when they give their answers 5, 2, 1. So let me get my wee tally marks sorted for the scores.
Good. I would say this tends to be basically our in-house game format now. We've not done categories in a while. This seems to be the kind of dominant favourite game. If you do prepare categories, let us know. If you like the transfer game, let us know.
I've got some ready for whenever I actually lose the game. I have some category games ready, so just...
That's fine.
Up for making them.
Hopefully you'll get it to debut next week then. We've had better feedback for this game, so... It might. So, we'll start off. 2017, 66 million.
Oh, God.
Sadio Mane.
No.
Mohamed Salah.
Nope. 2017, 66 million for a striker.
Morata.
4 points.
I almost said Morata for 5 points. Damn it.
If my grandmother had wheels, she'd have been a bike.
It was in my head. I don't know why I didn't do it.
Carry on.
Right. 2008, 22.5 million.
I just ask, are these retired or
It's a
still
mix.
playing?
As a mix, I was a mix.
Sorry.
2008, 22.5 million.
Adebayor.
No,
That's a great shout.
it's incorrect though.
Michael
good shout,
Dawson.
I couldn't hear what it says.
Sorry.
Michael Dawson.
2008, 22.5 million for a midfielder.
Alano.
No.
He bloody existed. Anderson.
No. 2008, 22.5 million for a midfielder from Croatia.
Modric.
Yes, 3
He's so quick on the draw.
3 points, yeah.
Yeah.
He's only Christian again, so.
Yeah.
He's good at nationalities. That's where he always picks up his points.
I just need the extra half a second.
I know. Right. 2007, 24 million.
Was usually I zoned out.
2007, 24 million.
Emmanuel Adebayor.
No.
Just say John Honorisa.
No. 2007, 24 million for a striker.
Drogba.
Nope.
Too late. It's too early, but I'll say Van Persie anyway.
I think that was Van Persie. He went a bit robot again, but it's not Peter Crouch before you ask. 2007, 24 million for a striker from France.
Henry.
Correct.
Barcelona.
Yeah, he's far too quick.
Did that before.
Whoa.
I can't believe he only cost 24 million.
I know it was
2007. It was 2007.
I thought I might throw you.
On a million these days.
He'd been at Arsenal for ages. 2019, 85 million.
Ronaldo.
Sorry?
Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo.
2019, 85 million.
Just thinking about where to take my pop. He knows it now.
2 5-pointers, mate, and you're on track.
I know, which is why I need to have a half decent guess here, but I don't have one.
Well, may as well say something.
My mind has gone blank.
Are you fasting?
Yeah, why not?
2019, 85 million for a defender.
Van Dijk.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. Dick. Oh.
The only name in my head is Harry Maguire, which is also wrong.
No.
I thought it was. That's what
He's got me. No, it definitely wasn't Harry Maguire. It was earlier than that.
2019, 85 million for a defender from Holland.
Delict.
Yeah.
Yep. And we'll do the last one for good luck.
Is that a whitewash?
Not yet, it's not.
Yeah, you can still pick up points here.
Oh.
2015, 39.25 million.
Heung-min Son.
No.
When was it? Say it again.
2015, 39.25 million.
Manny.
No. 2015, 39.25 million for a midfielder.
Wijnaldum.
Nope.
Carry on.
2015, 39.25 million for a midfielder from Chile.
Sanchez.
No.
Vidal.
Correct.
Not a whitewash, Kyle.
Come on.
Well done, boys. I did have a tiebreaker sitting ready, but I'll save that for next time. Thank you.
I want to interject. We had a comment last week from a certain challenger saying he's unbeaten.
if you think you're good enough, we might put a special out where you come back on and see if you're bloody good enough. Kyle's got so good at this now.
To be fair, then we could do a three-way split scenario.
Yes, we could. It would be very interesting to say the least.
The challenge is there for you,
yes.
Matthew Williams.
we will come for you.
Special. Right. Yeah, let's move on then. We'll move on to the predictions.
Yes, that's me. Shit. Good week for Robert last week, though a bad week for all of us. Highland League game is obviously postponed. We all predicted that Juventus would beat Roma. The only other point came from Robert predicting that Forfar would indeed draw with East Fife. Looking back on this, amazing none of us said Celtic. You know, it is what it is. Total scores. I'm getting very far along my spreadsheet now. I've got to go way back from my scores. Total scores are now Greg 54, Robert 51, Kyle 46. Kyle dragging further and further behind. He might be good at the transfer game, but he's shite at predictions. This week, Robert's turn to pick the games. No Premiership this weekend, so we have gone for some other games. We've got 3 Scottish League and 3 wildcard. Scottish Championship, we have Dundee United versus Greenock Morton. United are second and back to 3 games unbeaten after their defeat against Raith. Morton are unbeaten in the league since December. Montrose are... That's in the wrong box.
In a different game.
Montrose are in the game below. Dundee United for me.
United.
I love how Kyle always picks last, so he can just go the same as us if we both pick the same things, and he's still last.
I was about to drag him up, but they beat me to
it. League One, Annan versus Montrose. Annan remains second bottom after their defeat against Queens. They have won only twice in the league. The last time it was in September against Stirling.
Montrose.
Oh, also, I can say it now, Montrose are fourth, but have drawn 2 in a row.
That's what taking their first Montrose.
Times 2 or times 3, depending on what Greg says.
Sod it, I'm going for a draw. Come on, Annan.
Well, times 2 then for win, Montrose.
Montrose win. Scottish League 2, Stennismuir versus Forfar. Stenny are still top and have lost only once all season. They have won 9 on the spin. Forth are sit still in 8th after their point last week, and they have won only 1 in their last 5. That's an easy Stenny win for me.
Stenhousemuir.
Considering they don't have Roberto and Didi, I'm going to go for Stenhousemuir.
I think even if they did perform, would suggest that they would lose anyway. FA Cup, Sunderland versus Newcastle. Sunderland
Can't believe we didn't discuss this.
Are unbeaten in 3 and still 6th. After their win against Preston on New Year's Day. Newcastle have won 1 game of their last 8 in all competitions. This is an FA Cup game. It will go to a replay if there's a draw.
For a draw.
I think it's pretty obvious what I'm saying.
So Sunderland, draw.
I think the Toon boys are going to be too strong for those Sunderland boys. I don't know. I was trying not to say anything offensive. Newcastle win for me. I think it'll be too strong.
Obviously Newcastle for me as well. I think they should do quite well if Michael Beale knocks Newcastle. Actually, I've said that. The smart money would be to put that on Sunderland. Newcastle have got a horrific record in the FA Cup. Knocked out by Sheffield Wednesday last year. Famously have also been knocked out by Cambridge back in the day.
Stevenage or something like that. Really weird team.
Yeah, they have an absolutely atrocious record in the FA Cup. League One, Exeter versus Carlisle. That's 21st versus 22nd. Only 3 points separate the 2 sides. Both have picked up 5 points from their last 15. That is a long away trip for Carlisle.
Excuse me. I'm going for Exeter.
I'm going for a draw.
I'm thinking, screw it, Carlisle.
One of us will get a point there then. And the last game is the A-League, Perth Glory versus Melbourne Victory. Perth Glory are second bottom with 8 points from 10 games. Victory are second and unbeaten, but they have 5 wins and 5 draws. I am going for a victory.
Is it a draw?
I'm feeling draw as well. Wait, read the Perth Glory one again.
Nope, I've typed it out again. I've typed it now.
Don't think that's how it works.
I'm not reading it again.
Hopefully they're doing all right. So
I'll go Perth Glory then.
Great, they're second bottom with 8 points from 10 games.
Nah, I want a draw.
you're ranked up.
A draw.
Picked a draw. I told
I
we
can't wait for
weren't
Perth Glory to win now.
Hey, that's any predictions for this week.
Thank you, Gregory.
Are we doing the FPL update?
Yeah,
That's me.
It's Kale's baby. Let him do it.
I don't know. We're getting halfway. So what's Darren Whitfield with a 1,211 1,211. Well done.
You should do the lottery numbers, mate. You're quite good at reading them out. Oh, he's gone
Thanks.
silent.
Oh, we see there. Number 2 is Jack Hughes with 1159 1159. Then third is somebody on 1152.
Sorry, what was that?
Some smug twat.
No, carry on. What was that?
Greg is third place, 1152. Then me in 7th place with 1089, 1089, 1089.
And then you've got to scroll right the way down to get to Robert.
1 second, just checking. There he is. 886.
You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium.
17th place.
Let's go bunting mental.
One's
Picking
Angelo.
up a respectable. Robert, you might have to change your team this week, mate, because Heung-min Sung's your captain, and he's definitely not there. And
6 reds.
Wissa, yes, 6 reds. Wissa is not there either. He is away to the Africa Cup of Nations. And because Nick Pope's injured, you've had Andre Onana in goals for weeks.
I regret to inform you, Gregory, that I do never change it. Hence 17th in the league.
But you'll have to get on and change it. Doing this update was designed so you wouldn't come last.
I know, but I still don't change it because I can't be bothered. Well, I'll make sure I do that this week. With all
One good week and you're up there.
Is he?
Just you watch when Onana scores a hat-trick.
In theory, it could be.
Oh, the Dogs are back. On that note, I think the Dogs are in now, so that's us
200
finished.
points behind you, Kyle.
To me,
remember my first FPL season.
No, you don't, because you made your team at the start of the season and didn't change it.
I know. On that note, let's come to an end. Thank you very much for listening. Yeah, we hope you had a good new year. Keep your eyes peeled and all that jazz. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe or follow if you're on Spotify for our Spotify listeners. But yeah, thank you very much. This has been episode 61. Goodbye.
Godspeed.